Hello everyone. So I just got back from a little Disney vacation with my family and I have some thoughts, I have some tips, and I want to share them with you all. So sit down, relax, grab a drink, and let's chat all things Disney vacation with a toddler. And we're going to start today. We're going to kind of split it up into two sections. We're going to do plane and then we're going to do Disney. So first things first, plane. At the plane, I was so anxious about him staying still for 3 hours. And oh my gosh, I was just amazed by how amazing Hugo did. So for those of you who don't know, I am an 8th year 3rd grade teacher, and I am a mom to a 2-year-old baby boy, toddler boy, which is crazy. We went to Disney for his 2nd birthday, and he did, like I said, absolutely amazing on the flight. Now, here were the things that I thought were helpful. First, we did not board the plane until the last boarding group was called. That was huge because we just let him run around and, he was getting in people's places. He was doing all the things, but I did not care as long as he was respectful and running around and getting his energy out. It was good and people loved him. They thought he was so cute. That was super helpful. 2, once we got on the plane, having just a bag of activities. So here were the activities that I really enjoyed. I used the Melissa and Doug sticker book that had puffy stickers, and that entertained him for almost an hour. He loved that thing. So highly recommend that. I would actually recommend getting 2 and saving the second one for the ride back, because I so wish that I had a new one for the plane ride back. But it was amazing. The other things we did were, I used that Water Wow paint brush. He liked that, but he's not a big coloring guy, so it wasn't his most favorite thing. He was good with it, but not, I don't know. It was good, not great. We had a book, and this was huge. Tap into all of your toddler's interests. My toddler is currently obsessed with cars and tractors. So I got him a DK, cars and trucks book, and he loved that. So I definitely recommend the brand, the DK brand, because it has so many pictures and different real life pictures, which are so interesting to him. And that book kept him entertained for a long time, just talking about the different trucks and talking about the colors of the trucks. And that was a huge, huge hit. Another thing that he really enjoyed were just small little toy trucks and Hot Wheel cars. Loved those. They were great. The only thing is we didn't have a ton of space for him to play with them. So those were more important for when we were actually at Disney. But they were great too. And then the last thing that I'd say, and I might have forgotten something here and there, but I'll add the clips in if I did. Screen time. Utilized screens like an iPad for probably the last hour, honestly, of the flight. And it was a 3-hour flight. And then the ride home, we used it a little bit more because he was a little bit more antsy. He was a little less interested in the toys. So I would say for the ride home, I would definitely recommend having more new toys. I had planned on doing that, and then I just kind of let it go and let other things happen. And I wish that I had kept a separate bag, because I think that would have been really exciting for him. But that is okay. That's just such a good tip for you all. So he loved screen time. We used these headphones that were wireless, which was huge, and they worked great and fit him really, really well. And I will link all of my travel tips, links that I have down below, so you can access all of them in my Amazon storefront. But They were great. And then we honestly watched the first on the ride there. I had downloaded a ton of stuff on YouTube Premium, but it was not working. So we had to resort to Cocomelon on Netflix, which is not my favorite, but you know, it is what it is. And then on the ride back, we watched Miss Rachel, which is like our tried and true lady. Those were the big plane tips, I would say. Oh, another thing, I did not say this one that I need to say before we move on, is a snack box. And I think the snack box was huge for us because he just loved like having little different snacks in different compartments to pick out and just kind of try different foods. And I will say too, we were much more lenient with the passy. And I'll say this really for the whole trip, especially for the plane. We were much more lenient with the passy. We only used the passy for bedtime and for car rides. And we just let him use it for the entire plane ride because it helped him feel comfortable and it helped him with his ears. And our goal here was to keep him happy, and that is what happened. So those are my plane ride tips. Things I didn't end up using that I had thought I might use was like Play-Doh. There wasn't really a space for him to use the Play-Doh, so we didn't really use any of the Play-Doh. I also had some like plastic animals that he normally likes, and we didn't use any of those. He just wasn't into it. Like I said with the toy cars, like he liked holding on to them, but he couldn't play with them. So they weren't really a great tool for the plane either. So there were some things that I had bought that were really better suited for like restaurants or once we were like playing around at the hotel than for the plane ride. So just think about the restriction of the moving during the plane ride, and that is a key point. I do have those like suction things on the plane mirrors too, not mirrors, windows, you know, the ones that like spin. And it entertained him for like 2 minutes, and that was it. So there were some things that were definitely more effective than others. My big MVPs were definitely the Melissa and Doug sticker book, the DK book of Cars and Trucks, and the screen. And those were like the 3 big winners. Other things were great. Snacks also up there, but they were not as great. So there you go. Let's go and get some cookies. And after I get my cookies, I will fill you in on Disney. I made these Halo Top peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. So they're supposed to be actually fairly healthy for you. You are only supposed to have 1, but I'm definitely gonna have 2. And let's try it. Those are good, and definitely very good if they're meant to be like more healthy. So would recommend. Okay, now let's talk Disney. So I'm gonna break it down into like parks, rides, and just like general tips. I'm just kind of like chatting with you too, so just be aware that I did not write anything down for this, and you can probably tell. But we're just chatting, we're having fun. So the way that we did the Disney vacation is, 1, I was so super lucky that my parents are DVC members, and they were able to use their points on us and kind of help us out with a free hotel and some other things. So they helped us with our hotel room. So we stayed at Pop Century for Wednesday night and Thursday night, and then we stayed at Beach Club Villas for Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. No, 3 nights. The hotel that we really liked, they were both great. We were at the Beach Club. We stayed in a hotel that was like joint with my parents, which was amazing because when we did that, we were able to leave and go out on like a date night, and my parents were able to watch Hugo as he slept. So that was huge. So definitely recommend going with your parents or your in-laws if you can. And so that's our hotel experience. I really liked the beach club because they have a really great pool area, and they have great access to Epcot. So you can literally just walk there so quickly. And they have access to the Skyliner, and you can get to like the Disney studios super quickly too. But the pool was really great for young kids because there was like a sandy, shallow area where Hugo could just stand and play, and it was amazing. So that's the hotel for you. I would definitely recommend both of them. Pop Century is much more affordable, and it worked well because it also had access to the Skyliner. But the beach club was great because of the location and the pool. Then the parks. We did Magic Kingdom the first day. We had park hopper passes, just so you know. So we had Magic Kingdom, then we did Disney Studios, then we did Epcot, and then we did Animal Kingdom. And that was our 4 days that we went. We did a park each day. And then some days we did do a park in the afternoon. Now, the first day at Magic Kingdom, I was like so excited because that was the park that had the most rides that were like applicable to him. And I will say that he was like not that into the rides. He did not love Winnie the Pooh or Peter Pan. They were just a little dark. And because they were darker and had like, you know, scarier parts to them, they kind of scared him, which when you're in a toddler's perspective, you can understand why. But he didn't like hate it, but he was definitely clinging to Mama and was a little like nervous. And then he loved It's a Small World. We actually went back another day, and he loved it even more the second time. He liked Dumbo. We did the train one day where it just like goes around the park, and he liked that because he likes the choo-choo. And there's a little like water Dumbo playground, and he really enjoyed that. So that's kind of Magic Kingdom for you. What we did in lines were we let him play with cars, and we had snacks, and we used screens if we needed to. Not great tips, but that's what worked for us. And then at Disney Studios, he loved the Disney Junior Dance Party. Oh my gosh, amazing. He just loved dancing and seeing all the characters. And we didn't even know all the characters. Really, the only character that he saw that he knew was Mickey, but he still loved it. And then he liked the Minnie and Mickey Railroad. There were moments where he got nervous, but he liked it a little bit more. We did Toy Story Mania, and he liked that. And I think we met Goofy, and he kind of liked Goofy. He wasn't like scared, but he wasn't sure. He kept like eyeing him and being like, what do I think of this? And it was super cute. He enjoyed it, but he wasn't like so excited to meet Goofy or anything like that. And that kind of sums up what we did at Disney Studios. We didn't go back any days there. And then at Epcot, we did the Mexico ride, which he loved, which is like a small boat ride where you see like Donald Duck go around the world, and that was adorable. And he liked, we did Remy's Ratatouille, and he did like that, but there were some moments again that kind of freaked him out, but he liked it for the most part. We did the Frozen Ever After, and he liked that. We did the new Moana, like water activity, and he loved that. And he really liked the just like water fountains by Figment and the Land of Imagination. So that was adorable to just see him walking and jumping around. And he also did really like the Nemo and Friends. He didn't love the ride, but he loved the fish and just seeing the aquarium. And I think that sums up Epcot for us pretty well. And then at Animal Kingdom, there really wasn't much for him rides-wise, but it was actually really nice because it was so laid back and we were just kind of like enjoying it as it came. We went to the dinosaur like playground, the boneyard dig or whatever. He loved that. He loved the cars and just, there was like a deserted car and some slides, and he loved that. He loved there was a little dinosaur kind of like Dumbo ride, and he enjoyed that. We just played around at like some stands that were outside, and he enjoyed that. We did go to the Circle of Life like Lion King show, and he enjoyed that. He wasn't like obsessed with it, but he enjoyed it. He thought it was interesting. And I think we did one more thing. We went to the conservation station and got to pet the animals, and he thought that was super fun, and it was very, very cute. So there you go. And we didn't go to Animal Kingdom any other days. And then restaurants, we went to 2 with Hugo, and then we went to 2 just as like mom and dad date nights. And of course, I should say that other rides, my husband did go on sometimes when maybe I was going to the baby care center or something like that. But I did not go on them because I'm pregnant, and Hugo did not because he wasn't tall enough and would have been terrified. But my husband enjoyed like all the roller coasters and stuff as well. So general tips when we were at Disney World. 1, we used Baby Quip to rent a stroller, and we rented a like baby jogger stroller, and it was incredible. I highly recommend that. It was totally worth the money because we didn't need it for the airport. We went through a small airport, so it was perfectly worth it. Another thing that worked really well for us was by the end of the trip, we stopped bringing a bag, and we started just packing like little like plastic baggies, basically like reusable plastic baggies underneath the stroller. And that way we didn't need to go through the bag check. We just had to go through the stroller check, and that worked great for us. We really only needed like a bag of diapers and then like snacks and a change of clothes, and that was perfect for us, and a few like little activities like cars and stuff like that. I would definitely recommend utilizing the baby care centers in each of the spaces. They are amazing. Some of them are nicer than others, but it's a great place to just stop, cool off, get a snack, change your baby's diaper, and just get a chance to kind of gather yourselves again. Go in and know that if you've been to Disney before, this is going to be very different. Like it's going to be much slower paced. You're going to get to some things. You're not going to get to all the rides, and just enjoy what you get to, and try not to put a lot of stress in getting from one ride to the next and so on. Take it slow, take it easy, and enjoy it. Another tip, I guess I should say, is that we left every day by noon most times to have lunch, and then we went and took a nap, and that was a must for us. We were very, very thankful that we had the chance to do that. There was one day where we were switching hotels and we weren't able to do that, and that kind of stunk, but we took the Skyliner to a hotel, and he fell asleep in the stroller in the Skyliner, and then we just ate in that restaurant. It was really, really helpful to take a nap and just regroup, because Disney days are exhausting, so it's super, super, super helpful. And I really think that is it. I don't think I have many more tips or tricks or anything like that. If you have specific questions, places that we went to, rides that we went on, rides that we didn't go on, stuff like that, comment them down below. I will say another thing that I did is I would watch point of view videos before going on a ride or getting Genie Plus for a ride, which we did get Genie Plus for all of the parks except for one. We didn't get it for Animal Kingdom, and that was worth it for the most part with helping avoid lines. But did you need to? No. We also did get there right on time, like right as park opened. That way we could get to as many rides in the morning before the crowds got busy. Okay, I've talked your ear off. I hope that this has been helpful if you are looking to do a Disney trip with a toddler. I hope it's been interesting if you just wanted to see a video and hear me chat about Disney. We had a great trip, and I was so thankful to have the opportunity and to go with my parents and to get a chance to just have some date time with my husband and have some time to just like enjoy the memories that were made with my family. And it was so special. And it was nice because Hugo was free, because any kid under the age of 3 is free. Their park admission is free. So all good things. There you go. I'm sure I have many more tips, but those are good enough for today. If you have any specific questions, please comment them down below. I'm more than happy to answer and just chat with you all. And until the next one, I hope you have the best day, the best weekend, best, week. And I hope that you are just going out there and just enjoying life to its fullest. I will see you all later. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. Bye, everyone.